Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, excuse the noise, man. You're gonna hear a lot of shit in the background. I'm at this little go-kart alley. Is that what it's called? A go-kart alley. Bring the kids out to the go-karts and mini golf and these little water bumper rides too, man. I needed a break. Brung my kids and about what, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 of their friends, and I got 4 kids already. So anyways though, man, what's going on? Yeah, Eddie Hearn came out, and Eddie Hearn says that the next 3 fights for Anthony Joshua, Pulev, Ortiz, and Wilder. Now, the last few days I've been dropping videos about what I want to see, and I understand that what I want to see and what's realistic are 2 totally different things, you know, when it comes to these promoters and their fighters. But I will say this though, if Anthony Joshua does take on Pulev, Ortiz, and Wilder in that order, that's a great schedule. I can't front. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. That is a good schedule. That's a damn good schedule. It's a great schedule. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna front on that. You know, but I know the WBA, the IBF, they came out with their they ordered for Joshua to come to an agreement with his mandatory. So if that gets worked out and Ortiz wants to wait and, you know, wait for the Pulev and Joshua fight to happen and then have his fight with Joshua, I'm all for really good fights. But just sometimes you guys are asking me, you know, what fight do you want to see and who do you want to see? I want to see the Wilder versus Joshua fight before anything, but I'm okay if he's fighting those type of guys. And in the meantime, man, if Wilder can take care of his mandatory situation with Hearn, I know they're trying to put Ortiz in there too. We got to see what happens with this WBA strap. Yes, I did say that Wilder fighting his mandatory, or maybe fighting the mandatory then trying to fight Ortiz. If the WBA belt happens to be vacant, if Wilder and Ortiz can fight for that along with the WBC strap, that'd be great. There's a lot going on right now. But if Wilder, let's say none of this Ortiz stuff happens for him and say it is Joshua who fights Ortiz, if Wilder can take care of Hearn, his mandatory, and then possibly after that, if Dillian White's around, look, that fight, I wouldn't mind to see it. But when you're asking me in order who I want to see Wilder fight, Dillian White or Joshua, I'm going to go with Joshua 100 times out of 100. But if Wilder can fight his mandatory, get that out the way, and then possibly while he's still waiting, fight a Dillian White or Jarrell Miller, or the fight that I would really want is him to fight the Parker versus Huey Fury winner, a unification fight. You know what I mean? But I'm not sure what the winner of that fight wants to do, what their team wants to do. But yeah, man, if these are Joshua's next 3 opponents, Pulev, Ortiz, and Wilder, I'm not, you know, that's a good schedule, yo. That's a good schedule. Just like if it was Wilder's schedule to fight Pulev, Ortiz, and then Joshua, it'd be a great schedule for him. So, you know, I like the schedule, man. I'm not gonna sit there and act like that's not a good schedule, especially somebody like myself who's been following the division. Pulev isn't like a top 3 type of heavyweight, but I do consider him top 10, maybe 6 through 10. Some of you guys may have him rated higher. I think Joshua puts a spanking on him though. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean he's still not a top 10 heavyweight because Joshua will beat him. I think there's a few guys that'll beat Pulev, but he's still a top 10 heavyweight. So I'm not gonna degrade him in that way to make it seem like he's not a top 10 heavyweight. All right, man, about to get back to these kids that got done with these go-karts. All right, y'all, I'm out, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all let me just think in the comment section. I'm gone.